Howdy, howdy as well. Howdy, howdy. Yeah, sure. Hello, hello, hello. You've already heard me talking because the NPCs keep saying stuff and I have trained myself to respond, so. Ain't much of an intro then. But yeah, welcome to season 2, episode 8 of Pat Riley. Yeah, we're gonna see if I can't get a checkup today. If we can't, well, then it's gonna be a very short stream. But if we can, well, then at least we will have that to look forward to. In the meantime, shall we get into it? Turn the music down a little bit. Don't want that blaring in my ears. I'm trying to understand things. Yee fucking haw. Got 3 people on duty. Oh, like number of people injured. Nope. I'll just send a telegram.
Hello, sir?
Howdy. I know where the hell you are, but I'm sure it's fine. Hey there, little kitty cat. I can hear you. Purrs and all. Beautiful little bastard.
Hello.
Howdy. All right. Into medic at Riley XG956. Dictated telegram. Howdy, howdy. Seems I must have missed y'all on the. Oh, wait. Seems I must have missed y'all. Yeah. Couldn't find anybody in couldn't find nobody in Strawberry aside from the deputies. Anyways, I'm around if y'all have some time. Much obliged, Pat. Almost a face full of plant life right there. But hey, as long as it works, it works. Am I right? And it gives me a moment to say proper hi to everybody. Hello, hello, welcome on in. It's very good to have you, and I hope you're all doing well. As y'all can tell, Pat is still kind of in a state. But I've been... Oh, excuse me. Woo! I slept well, I promise. I've been doing roll every day, every night. kind of see how he progresses. And when there's something that changes in a good way or in a bad way, that's when I go ahead and I telegram the medics, if not the Ranger Corps. Howdy, howdy.
Psst. Hello, sir. Psst. Have you seen the man with blonde hair? Psst. Oh, excuse me, sorry, never mind.
That's all right.
I'm so sorry, sir. I didn't mean
You're
to be rude.
perfectly fine. Look, I did hear a fella walking on by towards the medical office. Perhaps that's your fella.
Psst. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
No worries at all. I love the awkwardness of that. That's so good. Have you seen? Nope, nothing at all. Not for a while. Why is that so much fun? Like, being stuck in one place, that's a bit of a pain. But having people feel awkward for saying something site related is so good. Now, I was going to stream an hour earlier, but the thing is, I was on my other character, my new character, and of course, wouldn't you know it, like about a half an hour before I'm meant to go live, he gets got by a cougar. So, you know. Things happen. Oh, it was her fella. Look at that.
Psst. Okay.
Reunited once more. Ain't I good? Ain't I just so helpful? My goodness. Ba-da-ba-ba-bum. Me singing any portion of any song is going to be so confusing to the people in the VODs. I'm sorry, people in the VODs. I apologize. Well, meow to you too, kitty cat. And now we wait. Let's stretch it. Oh, sometimes a good stretch is so good. Okay, that was concerning for a second. I thought my internet connection was tanking pretty hard, but it's like teetering on the edge. well, you might see a bit of a drop in quality because of that. And I do apologize. What in the shit is that? Oh, that was my browser refreshing? Really? Okay. Interesting. Okay, now I know it makes that noise. That's something. I'm gonna just leave that the heck alone. I'm surprised I got I'm surprised I got a telegram from Harold. Why'd you stop?
Excuse me.
But not from Annalise. Peculiar, that is. Very peculiar. Lots of folk about.
Psst. Sorry about that.
Well, they went off in a hurry. Who are you? Just a local? Yeah, looks like it. Looks like it. Ugh, good lord, I'm yawning a lot today. I just got a message from somebody, and I really, really, really hope that this is not a hint. Because they just, out of the blue, sent me a picture of... You know how drag queens have bodysuits? Something like that. But instead of it being a drag female bodysuit, it's
Hello,
like a
shit.
pregnant belly. Howdy, howdy. And considering that person doesn't have a partner, I don't think that means they're pregnant. But I'm afraid it means that they might be thinking of getting me one of them suits. And that would be pretty bad. Don't bring wolves into town, you maniacs.
Oh my god, what the hell is going on?
Somebody drank some wolves into town. Nice shooting.
Yep. I hear the other ones, but it sounds like they're leaving. Jesus Christ, I can't even see my telegrams in peace.
Welcome to Strawberry.
Yeah, I'm well aware.
Normally, I would have pulled out my gun or something and shot them. But I can't justify that. I can say nice shots because after 3 shots, the wolf went quiet. Dang it. I need my sight back. Lord, if you can hear me, please. Bless me on this day. Because I can't take this shit no more. Howdy, howdy. I'm just whipping around the camera like a maniac. Goodness. You know, I don't like this jittery camera movement. Yuck.
Morning to you.
Howdy, howdy. Ah, yes, another strawberry traffic jam. I wonder what's holding it up this time. An invisible wall or a cat? If it's the cats, that would be 4-0 for the cats, winning the Battle of Strawberry. That's just something I come up with in my mind to keep myself entertained. Cause it is boring when you can't say shit, I tell you. Oh man. Also, last night I watched the the recording of the first performance of Hades Town on Broadway. Ugh, god dang it. I cannot. I wish I could see it in real life. Like, God, it's good. I know it's just the classic tale of Orpheus and Eurydice, and there ain't nothing real special about it, but it's good. Songs are catchy. Especially songs like Any Way the Wind Blows. Yes, please. Any way the wind blows. Oh, yep, get them wolves out of town. Good going.
These goddamn wolves are crazy.
Well, they've been dragged out of town now. I was about to say drug out of town, but that sounds weird. Why are you chasing them on foot on... oh. I can't rightly say the logic. Well, I reckon that means the wolves are dead.
Yeah, wolves, sir. Was that wolves up there, was it?
That was, yeah, a pair of them.
Right, okay. I'll go up and just quickly check.
Yeah, no
You
worries.
stay safe here, okay?
I will, no worries. I told you. Oh, ye of little faith. That's a bounty hunter you're looking at, bro. Them don't mess around none. What in this? What? Who's bringing a city buggy in here? Thank you for taking care of that.
Sure thing. Jesus Christ.
What in this? What? What's happening in my tiny town today?
Howdy.
What the fuck?
Howdy, howdy.
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 Excuse me. Strawberry traffic jams, they don't make no sense. What are you talking about?
Hello.
Howdy, howdy.
How you doing?
Yeah, not too shabby. How about yourself?
Not too bad. Got out of town a
Hey,
moment
Fate,
ago.
check up fuel.
Uh-huh. Well, all right. Allow me to come down.
Hmm.
Not sure what's going on up there.
Bit of a traffic jam, I was
Yeah,
saying.
good old strawberry traffic jam. Y'all missed the most spectacular thing. Somebody dragged 3 wolves into town.
Drag them into town. How?
Just, I mean, ran from them with their horse, but at a stupid, slow speed.
Oh, so they were alive still.
Oh, yeah.
That is a move.
That was something. Uh,
I think the last time I heard somebody doing that was Clay, coincidentally.
well,
There you go. Slowly but surely. There we go. Huh.
thank you. I think a bounty hunter took care of them, just kind of started blasting at them with their pistols.
Mm-hmm. All right. Alrighty.
Just give me one moment. I'm really gonna take my time with this stew.
Yeah, you good.
No worries. You enjoy that stew.
You know what's funny,
it.
Pat, is because we use the word patient so much. When I look up Pat, it is not readily bringing up your file.
Dang.
This is very funny.
I think it is, yeah.
I found it. All right.
I mean, when I had to, find my own name in the registry to use in our paperwork, I just write PATR as if I was about to just type my full name all together, and then it always found me.
Yeah, that was a far better move. All right, so the other day you tried to walk to Blackwater.
Oh, yeah, that old thing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, so
what was that about?
I just really wanted to go to Blackwater, but
You have a way to get there.
well, I'd asked a few folk if they'd bring me, and by the time they'd seen my telegram, well, things had gotten quite late for them, so they couldn't quite do that for me. And I ain't quite known to be a patient man, so
Did you try transit by chance?
did I? What? Sorry.
You tried transit by chance?
They always
Thought
elude
hadn't
me.
occurred.
No, the thought always eludes me.
Yeah, it's funny too. I'm very close to somebody in transit, and very rarely do I think of them as that very often, which is, accommodation to how much I value them as an individual, but also sometimes I forget that they are just as adept at bringing us from A to B or keeping an eye on us.
I value them as people. I think some of them are quite hilarious, but well, it's difficult for me to ask for any kind of assistance to begin with. So to actually think of the specialized service for any particular kind of help, that's
Yeah.
that's
They got
something
nice
else.
wagons. They got nice comfy wagons.
Oh, I'm sure they do.
All right. You ran the flow, brought you back to Strawberry.
Yeah. So thing was, from here towards Blackwater, I just crossed the river. I'd been like internally kind of keeping time, just like the vague sense, because I know how long I usually keep the bandages off, and I know how that timing feels. And by the time I reached the end of that, I was, I think, just near Blackwater Market. And, well, I mean, I had to put the bandages back on. I'm not going to jeopardize my sight just for a trip to Blackwater.
Right.
But that meant my ass was back to being sightless in the middle of that. So I just sat me down on a couple of rocks and, I don't know, waved at whoever passed by, hoping for the best.
Which is, by the way, generally a bold move, Pat. I appreciate the enthusiasm, and I understand the stir crazy and all that, but you get taken advantage of regardless, and especially in said state. And you got very lucky in that instance.
Yeah. Yeah, I realize that. That's why I
Yeah.
didn't try it again.
But I'm glad you're right regardless. I'm not here to chide you.
You do what you must, Doc.
Yeah, well, I'm Captain Hypocrisy, so don't listen to me too often unless it's medical advice. All right. And then this morning, you were not feeling so hot, correct?
Yeah, well, after an unsuccessful trip and, well, just hearing how busy people were getting and not really being able to do nothing, it struck a nerve.
Yeah. I can see how that would be. It's not I, that's the thing, right? You have been nothing but cheery this whole time, which is very admirable, and I would like to commend you for that. And yes, it's just something such as this, which you have grown accustomed to being adjusted to your whole life, and then spontaneously, it is not something you are currently available to have at use, as slow as it is regenerating. So I can understand the stress and the disappointment that would go on. Yes, it is a safe call that you certainly don't want to put too much pressure on the area and the ocular nerves and all that accordingly. But that being said, if you're going to feel how you're going to feel.
Yeah, I know. I just, I don't know how any of this works. I don't know why or how whatever is damaged. And it just feels like whatever I do with regards to my eyes, if it's something intense of any sort, it might jeopardize whatever regeneration, if that's what it is happening.
Hmm. Well, I mean, if it came down to it, if it doesn't rightly come back naturally, surgical intervention would certainly be a possibility. We can definitely do that. We are understanding of the ability to do this. It would probably require, at the very least, an X-ray of the area just to localize, whatever the problem is, the foreign issue that would stand out, which might require an out-of-state thing because we rightly do not have them around here. And then, taking a good ophthalmoscope and kind of just looking at your eyeball real good and making sure to see what exactly could be the issue distinctly. And outside of that, we would have to intervene in possibly, sorting out the optic nerve if that is the issue. But we've had a process since roughly mid to late 1880-ish, which we can certainly get in there and see what we can do about it to cure that up.
Sure.
That being said, I'd really like to hope that this will come along naturally, and if it doesn't, we will certainly get into that territory. But until then, because it's been how long now? Since the 23rd, it's now the 28th, so it's been 5 days. It has been improving, as you said. Not fully, but is it, since the last time we talked about it, is it getting better than just shapes and shit? Or
I mean, kind of.
hmm.
What mainly seems to be happening is that whereas before it was just a continuous pain of blackness, it I don't know. I don't know your fancy words, but it seems like it is taking on more of a shape rather than just being all black. Like it's more taking on the shape of like two spots melded together in the center of my vision.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
And the rest, well, I mean, it's blurry, but I can recognize some things.
All right. Well, hmm. I guess it really depends on, I suppose, how long you want to give it before we maybe get you out of state to take a peek and see what's going on in there, and then go from there.
Hmm.
But that's your call. I mean, if it's bothering you that much at this point, and if it doesn't feel like it's getting terribly better, it wouldn't be the worst idea.
I mean, I don't really want to put a deadline on whatever is happening in there. I figure as long as something is happening, it's all good. If I feel like there's no more improvement whatsoever, then we can think about surgery. But I'll be honest, I ain't too enthused about the idea.
Yeah, I can understand that entirely. It is usually a pretty daunting idea as it is, especially going into areas such as precious materials, such as your eyeballs and such as areas. But it is certainly a possibility, and if it came down to it, I'd like to think we could pull it off regardless, and you would be not worse for wear. This is, of course, barring, again, because we can't rightly get in there and see it too well without doing the procedure. This is, of course, barring whatever is going on in there not being too terribly banged up. Yeah, I mean, like it could just be pressure along the back of your eye, like pinching the optic nerve. It could be, maybe cut up a little bit. It could be slightly separated depending on how bad you were jostled. It could be a couple things.
Yeah, some people mention brain stuff, and that's when it gets real icky.
Yes, I'm hoping that it is more centralized in your optics than in your brain, but I'm not. I'm certainly not a brain surgeon. General surgeon, yes, I have dabbled in doing some of brain work, but not actually going in there and trying to stitch things up and remove them or fix them.
Mm-hmm.
That is a bit of a doozy.
Yeah, I can imagine. I mean, I
Mhm.
suppose everything that really functions in a person is in there somehow.
Yeah, exactly. You really gotta have a deft wrist when you're working with that. Not to say I don't, but I would like to rightly know a bit more before I try.
I appreciate that caution.
hmm Yeah, I'm not rightly into doing experimental surgeries that I have not done yet. I've only had to do that maybe once since I have been in the crossing, and it was because it was a very drastic instance, and I had read up on it enough to think I knew what I was doing. And coincidentally, it worked out. And then shortly thereafter, I had one almost immediately thereafter. That one.
Right.
Mhm.
Well, I shall endeavor not to make you undertake anything of this sort.
Mhm. I mean, that's the thing, right? If it comes down to it, and we get a look at that X-ray wise, and there's something going on in there, we could certainly get you in for a consultation and then move along with that accordingly.
Yeah, we want to have a look and at least get an X-ray scheduled before we do anything in
Right.
terms of surgical intervention. 'Cause
Mhm.
just going in there blindly, it's not advisable.
Going in anywhere or doing anything blindly, I can highly not recommend.
Mhm. Could you imagine? Terrible joke.
Well, if I don't joke about it, I cry about it. So,
I understand that entirely.
Yep. I understand that.
All right. Well, I mean, there's several different, cities littered amongst the states in which we could set you up with, I suppose, if you want to get that going as an option.
should I be
We
thinking
got
along those lines?
that Hmm. It really depends, Pat. Like we could wait it out for as long as you see comfortable. But if we would and you would like to rightly know what's going on in there, that'd probably be the best way to go about it.
Right.
Hmm.
I should, I suppose, want to find out exactly what's going on.
Hmm. But you're worried about what it could be.
You know, if the news ain't exactly good, that might do some things to my ability to make jokes.
Yes, I understand. And listen, I get that entirely, and I'm sorry if that ends up being the case. But it is far better to know and be disappointed than be blissfully unaware sometimes.
Yes, suppose you're not wrong.
Hmm. I mean, that being said, as well, this isn't killing you. You know what I'm saying? Like it might feel that way, and I can understand how that would feel that way because it is losing an entire sense, frankly, that you used to be able to use no problem at all. But it is really ultimately up to you.
All right.
Mhm. All right. So, along the lines of that, figuratively speaking,
Mm-hmm.
there's a couple different places you could get that done. Usually, our go-to is New York, but they got the capabilities in St. Louis. They got them in Baltimore. They got them in Philadelphia. Pretty sure they got them in San Francisco, Chicago.
Okay.
It's just what your preference will be there, right?
Uh, whatever's closest, I guess.
Hmm. I mean, comparatively, I'd probably say either California or Missouri.
All
But
right.
unfortunately, the World's Fair is already over. I apologize. It was the end of last year.
That's all right. That'd have been too many people in this condition anyway.
We got a chance to go earlier this year when we were going back and forth for school, and they had a lot of shit there. We only got a chance to walk around for like a day, and maybe we covered like a fourth of it.
Dang.
Yeah, that was so much.
So yeah,
All
if
manner
you
of progress, I imagine.
mm-hmm. Incubators, X-ray machines, all kinds of shit. I mean, that and electricity, kind of the whole palace electricity set up. That was pretty neat.
Wasn't there a flying device contest that nobody won?
Yes, there certainly was.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, there was pretty much to try to make a flight machine contest, and absolutely nobody achieved it. Yeah. Also,
Well, you know.
what was it? I think one of the who was there was a very notorious criminal as well that supposedly was just walking around casually. I can't remember who it was.
I wouldn't know.
What was it? Hmm. Yeah, I want to say it was. Crap. I know. Damn it.
Yeah, don't rack your brain about it, Doc. You'll come to.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, it was like, oh yeah, just walking around, just spending some time. Like, oh yeah, just like that, huh? Well,
Law
yeah,
must have
if you
not been
would
paying
like.
too much attention then.
I mean, there's so many fucking people walking around.
Yeah, well, if you're a big, bad, notorious criminal, I mean, you would expect that draw some attention.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe it's just the press that got the eagle eyes. Supposedly have a more relaxed time looking at folk.
All right. So, would you like us to erase this for you?
I mean, may as well, I suppose. It ain't gonna hurt none, is it?
At the very least, you will be able to do a bit of traveling. You will have somebody with you, regardless. We'll keep a nurse to go around with you, so at the very least they can guide you around to where you got to go. That and it's getting around. It's just unfortunately not being able to. I mean, St. Louis is all right. It's not bad, but the thing we're trying to achieve here is trying to figure out what the issue is. That's the main thing.
Yeah, see what actually broke.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So yes, I will write some up in here saying that you will be brought on down to St. Louis for a look-see X-ray wise, and then we will see you in the near future accordingly to that, and we will go from there. From what we hear.
Sounds good.
Mm-hmm. Gonna be all right. All right. Regardless of the results, you're still you. All right. Don't you forget that.
Well, no, that's a bit hard to forget whenever I'm talking to folk. But, yeah, it's just. I
It
mean,
hurts.
yeah, it does. But also, it's just such a weird place to be in.
Mm-hmm.
Because I can navigate Strawberry easy enough now. I don't even need the nurses no more. But, I don't know.
It doesn't feel great to not be able to handle yourself properly as you would like to.
It really doesn't. And it's ridiculously frustrating to look straight at a thing and not see it. And then look where you normally look to look away and then see it out the corner of your eye.
Yeah.
It ain't how it's supposed to be. God damn it.
Mm-hmm. It's all right. I understand. Well, let's get this looked at, and then we'll see what it is. And I'm rightfully hoping that we will be able to get in there and sort it out if it is something that we can do so. If not, optimistically, it will just heal over time, and then you'll be right as rain. And listen, in worst case scenario, if this is something that lasts for a bit, or even worst case forever, Pat, listen, it is no small thing, which I know you are very much aware at this point. To lose something that you we take advantage of every day, and then once we don't got it, it is all the difference in the world. But that being said, that does not stifle you from living happily and lengthily and healthily.
Yeah, of course. I just, I can't help but think of what the nurses told me, you know, because I was getting all excited and they were just trying to keep me, I guess, realistic. But they said, you know, best case scenario, honestly, you're still not gonna see the way you used to.
Hmm.
You might need glasses. And worst case, you know, well, you know what the worst case is. You've been through it already. It's gonna be fully dark again, and well, at
That's
that
the thing,
point,
though,
ain't.
too. With it alleviating at least a little bit, that leads me to believe that that is not. It shouldn't be the end all be all. You know what I'm saying? Because like, if it was gonna be that, there would not have even been a smidge of, you know, was it, you know, progression. You know, it would just, that's it. That wouldn't just, you wouldn't even get the false sense of hope, frankly. So that being said, I think that is certainly possibly fixable. Because yeah, we are certainly not in the business at this point in history of or giving sat back to folks who have entirely lost it. But if it's damaged, or you know, something's around a little funny, or something severed, or whatever have you, that is not out of the realm of possibility of sorting out.
Yeah, I guess maybe they just wanted to make sure I didn't overdo it.
Yeah, that's the thing. We like to help as much as we can, but yes, there is a realistic angle to things that you have to let people know regardless, because as much as we would like to guarantee that everything is going to be all right, that we don't always know everything, and if we did, we would be liars, and also we wouldn't be learning things, which change often. There used to be humors less than 60 years ago. Somebody would shove some bile in you about your blindness.
Yeah. Put some leeches on you to drain some of your humors.
Exactly. And, you know, we've leaped and bounds since there, so I am definitely hopeful for you. That's just me. Take it from, you know, your dentist.
I mean, at this point, even if it ends up being that, you know, things go all right, and I would need glasses,
Mhm.
I'd be with glasses.
Yeah, I guess. Oh, they're gonna call me a nerd.
Oh, why would I do that?
No, I mean just.
I mean,
just worried about that.
People could call me a nerd. I mean, I kinda am one. I'm a nature nerd, ain't I?
I think Hellway called me a nerd one time. She said fucking, what was it, Squirrel McNerdus one time to me. I was like, how fucking dare you?
What the hell kind of name is that?
Yeah, I was riding up on the fucking train one day, just out in like East Jesus, like probably like Grizzly, something like that, just a little south of that. And yeah, the train rode by, and like I was
Wait, I'm
like,
not sure I was there for this.
no, you weren't. It was, I think it was her and Reggie, I believe, at the time, and they were on the train just riding around, and they like stopped the train. She's like, "Squirrel McNerdus." I was like, "What the fuck?"
Squirrel McNerdus. What the shit? You gotta be some kind of creative with that too.
Yep. No, she's definitely, she's quite the thinker.
If only she applied that thinking not to insults, but to something productive, mate.
No, listen.
I mean, she's a damn good detective.
Okay.
She be getting to the bottom of shit. Yeah, don't you worry about that. But yes, that was, I wasn't ready for it.
So she just had a moment.
I was gonna say, we're friends. We both went to her and Grayson's wedding.
We've lost money to them.
All right.
Several sets of time.
Yep.
Well, and then I suppose it's all in good fun. But holy shit.
Yeah, it was. I remember that one time where you gave them their gifts and said, "Oh, that was why you asked what our favorite animals was randomly."
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if I find myself at a wedding, very often because I've made so many of these goddamn toothbrushes at this point that like I've made a couple out of precious materials for celebrations and such, and I usually give a bride and groom,
Right.
a set of golden toothbrushes, and depending on how well I know them, or if I need a reference to put something nice on there, and yeah, I've gotten differing. I think Jonah said he was going to use this all the time. And then what was it? Dalloway and fucking Grayson were like, this. I feel like this would be like offensive to use. I was like, well, somebody comes over, you put out the fine toothbrushes, Mm. Wow, look at them. Exactly. They go into your restroom and they're like, oh, look at you. Bloody freaking da.
Yeah, look at you. Goddamn. You got even golden toothbrushes. You fancy.
Highfalutin as hell.
Yep.
Well. Speaking of which, have I ever given you a toothbrush, Pat? I'm pretty sure I have, right?
I reckon so. Didn't you supply a bunch of them to the Ranger Corps at one point as well?
Yes, I have them in droves in every doctor's office you can go to if you just reach around the counter. They're certainly back there. And yes, I have definitely given the Rangers a bunch of them several sets of times.
Mm-hmm.
I'm guessing it's time for a replacement then.
Well, there are a good few of us now, so maybe, yeah.
Re-upping.
Let me see if there's any in there.
There should be. I usually keep like a good 20 or so at every doctor's office just behind the counter. Someone Cisco, and I asked them very nicely to only use them in the infirmary and to not make them into weapons and hurt each other, which they already had the idea. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they were.
Because according to reports that I'm hearing left, right, here and there, people have been hurting each other quite a bit up in Sisika.
Fuck. Well, that was a nice thought.
Well,
I mean, I don't think that has anything to do with you personally, to be fair, nor with your toothbrushes. I mean, they've been using everything.
They find anything, they'll make a sharp implement.
Exactly, that's what I mean.
They're doing that shit with rusty scissors and fucking what is it? Potato knives.
I mean, from what I heard, one man even ended another man's life by essentially using nothing but the sink.
I see. Like the water or the sink itself?
No, like the quite rough and hard exterior of the sink that was encountered multiple times by the individual skull.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it. Yeah, depending on how much give that poison's got. Well, I mean, there was a who's who of individuals in there right now, so, shucks. Hate to say it, but oof.
Yeah, I don't get a lot of details. I just here and there catch snippets of conversation, but yeah, things don't seem to be going.
We sometimes get telegrams from the guards saying, "Oh, there's people drastically hurt. They've been stabbing each other."
Stabbing, biting, clawing, kicking, scratching.
Burning people with hot food, taking a literal bite out of someone.
Oh.
Yep.
Jesus Christ.
Somebody I coincidentally helped with their mouth problems, but that's neither here nor there.
I suppose it's a compliment to your work there.
Evidently.
In a weird way.
Confiscated his teeth.
He has the equivalent of like cow teeth practically. And he still pulled it off.
I imagined what the bite looks like. And that's
Yeah.
a steak.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's nasty.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's some gems in there. We have not been in quite a while, especially because of the lineup, frankly. But back
Yeah, the
when we
Lovelaces are all in there.
were semi-frequently taking care of folks over there.
Yeah, I remember back in the summer.
What about the the lead bidders?
That's a good question. I have not heard of them in quite a bit, honestly. I'm not
I
really
mean,
sure if
Colcate's
they're.
still around. He's
Yeah, I
running
don't
around
know if
with
they're
Delilah
still
Mackenzie.
riding around in a outfit specifically still.
I mean, I've heard their name as a group mentioned not long before I had my accident.
I see.
Oh.
All right. Yeah, I mean, other than seeing a couple of them individually or in pairs, is about as crazy as I've seen, at least lately.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I
That's out of that.
suppose we'll take the small blessings where we can get them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, yeah, well, our major concern really is the stringers, Lovelaces, and specifically Beth.
Oh.
And outside of that, everybody else, no problems as of the moment, but God knows, that could change on any given day.
I suppose so. Though
Mm-hmm.
I haven't heard the stringer's name mentioned in a while. Maybe that's just me.
Oh, they're around.
Yeah. They kind of jump around, honestly. Sometimes they're around earlier, sometimes they're around later, sometimes both.
Right.
But yes, they have been thrown inside, proverbially, and almost a little too literally to somebody I care about very distinctly. So,
Are they okay?
as of the moment, yes. But they are harrying them consistently, verbally. So it kind of feels more like when than if, frankly.
I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, I appreciate that, but we are trying to keep an eye out as much as we can. That's about all we can do, really. I mean, can't be everywhere all the time, always.
As much as we wish we could.
Yeah. I know I had my fair share of days where I wish I could.
Mm-hmm.
But, things just happen in their own time, and if you happen to be there, that's fantastic. But sometimes that just ain't how it happens.
Mm-hmm. That sometimes when you are there, you don't rightly do anything.
Or you can't, rather. We gotta be kind to ourselves as well. If there's 6 people in front of you, guns drawn, it ain't gonna do you no good to pull your pistol out.
Yeah. It was a very specific incident, unfortunately, that a call could have been made, and none of us rightly did, and it felt proper shit.
I think because the one person we'd trust to make such a call was the one being held up.
I suppose the shock of that did the rest.
I was gonna say, if she'd have drawn, I would have drawn with her, and that's coming from me, who has never had to do anything like that. But
Well, one of very few things less than to, either say something very terrible or, yes, turn said individuals head into a canoe on the side of the road. But, curbing that instinct several sets of times in life has kind of left me in a spot where it is. I hesitate before I do such a thing, and it is better that I do so accordingly to my profession and my formal lifestyle. But when it's somebody that you care the world about and you have no reservations that if they go off with somebody, you might never see them again, it's probably time to do something.
Yeah.
So
I was just stood there, frozen in shock, to be honest.
Which is fair. You can't, like I said, you can't be hard on yourself in that regard. I mean, It ain't exactly natural to have to draw iron on a person. And having to do it, no matter how good the reason may be, it does something to you. I only ever had to do it once, but that
I haven't had
moment,
to yet.
it plays in my head sometimes.
Yeah. I don't know. As somebody who used to be far more reactionary in that capacity, I feel like I have less of an excuse, to be fair.
I mean, you do put that pressure on yourself.
But also, I was contemplating several sets of things at the time. Along the lines of also, if it, went through in that capacity, and then, God forbid, we all ended up fucking shooting at each other. What would stem from such an instance as, two medical professionals, a couple of ranges, a former press member, now being a civilian, and a transit officer, drawing and then continuing to fire afterwards when their lives were generally threatened, and how that would have went over like a lead balloon, frankly, in general.
Oh, I don't know
And
about that.
also just with the folks that you are trying to defend yourself against, from now on, they have this stupid little fucking thing where they could be like, well, I guess it's
The
fucking
doctors aren't
yeah,
so peaceful
yeah,
anymore.
exactly, or rangers or whomever. It's just,
Yeah. You have to think long term.
mm,
But
yeah,
that
but
also sucks.
it's hard. And then and you do that, you think yourself into a corner. But the thing is, in an instance such as this,
That could
you
have been the
really
last time we
can't be
saw her.
thinking long term. Unfortunately, that is the thing.
Yeah.
That is not a luxury you have at that point.
Well, look, from my own evaluation of the described people's jobs and your numbers, I think you could have taken them down. But the thing is, you imagine this now. Imagine it had gone down that way. Order was given, everybody starts pumping iron, you eventually prevail. But the person you were trying to save is dead. I don't think you could have lived with yourself, because then you start blaming yourself. You're like, if only I hadn't pulled the trigger, they would still be alive. And then that's the burden you carry.
Yeah, unfortunately, they also kind of got the drop on Annalise before any of us even made a move in general. So that was also kind of hindering as well.
Our hands were pretty much tied the moment they just pointed a gun at her face.
Yeah.
That wasn't
But
even a thought that crossed my mind, if I'm being honest.
that being said, after the fact, she certainly made it very clear that if any instance such as that were to happen again, that we were to do what we did not do.
That's so much easier said than done.
Yeah.
Mm.
You find your own nature in those moments. It ain't like you can just flip a switch.
I'd rather not have to. But, I mean, even if it was just drawing for the sake of de-escalating something, if that was even a possibility, I don't know. It was a premium shit show, to be fair.
I'm sorry you had to go through that. Sorry any of y'all had to.
Appreciate that, Pat. I mean, it is, yeah, as sure as the sun comes up and sets every day, bad shit will certainly continue to happen to good folks.
It will indeed. And it's going to take on a lot of different colors before it's all over.
Yep. We just trudge on.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of how it goes, ain't it? That's what my daddy used to say as well. Scrape my knee and I'd be, I'd be 6 years old crying my little eyes out, and he'd go, son, there's one true thing in life, and that is no matter what happens, as long as you can still breathe and walk and talk, you just soldier on. I do my very best.
And that's all we can ask for down it. And we will continue to do ours, I suppose.
Well, it's all you can do. Y'all do some fantastic goddamn work. Y'all saved a lot of lives.
Certainly try.
Look at the people who are walking around, many of whom you've put stitches in yourself. Some of whom you probably even performed some surgeries on. And they're all still alive to tell the tale. It's okay to take some pride in your work, goddammit.
Yeah. I think it's, to be fair, I've always had the thing going on, admittedly, from, again, formerly having to do quite the opposite consistently when I was younger. You never quite feel like you've made up enough for that, you know?
Look, Doc, this ain't a checks and balances kind of thing. If you had to take lives when you were younger and now you're out there saving them, those two things ain't never gonna settle themselves within you. They ain't never gonna create a perfect balance. Shit, one or the other ain't gonna cancel each other out neither. Because that's weight you attached back when you was as young as you was. You have had a lot of experience since then. You've grown older and wiser. But that weight's on there. You can't just now decide, oh, well, now it ain't so important no more. That's not how your heart or your mind works in, I suppose, metaphorical. I don't know if that's the right word.
No, I know what you mean, though.
That,
Yeah.
from all you've told me, I mean, it was a you or them situation. You were just trying to survive, defend yourself.
Yeah. Well, from personal experience, it don't matter if you're protecting your own life or that of somebody else's. If you have to take a life, or if you even have to take a shot at somebody,
Yeah,
it
something
just
that weighs on you.
It does. It weighs you down. Makes you feel like you're less of a good
if you have a
person than you
conscience.
was.
Yeah. A lot of folks, honestly, I mean, that's the thing. When you're moving about, playing cards all the goddamn time, there's some people who just had a really bad day, or on a fucking 3-day bender, just lost their whole ass, made a bad call, bet something they shouldn't have bet, and then react terribly. Not a lot of them, if practically any of them, frankly, I could say deserved it, or should have expected it, or should have reacted the way that they did, but it doesn't feel good regardless.
They really don't.
Mm-hmm.
But
I might have been able to bullshit my way through it a lot better when I was of that age, because you kind of got to keep the facade up to make sure people don't see it bleed.
youthful hubris fades pretty quick.
Yeah, depending on how dense the material is, I suppose.
I like the way you phrased that. But yeah, I suppose you're right. But in your own case, I'm not saying forgive yourself, because I don't know how the fuck that works. I ain't figured it out yet.
Cheers.
But just take a moment to also appreciate all the good that you've done this walking around in the form of the people you helped. Like, do yourself that kindness at least.
I'm working on it.
I know.
As we all are from day to day, now aren't we?
Works in progress, you know.
Mm-hmm. Consistently. Well, yeah, I guess the next question is really, when would you like to do this?
There's a question.
Want to give it a couple more days, or
Let's say we give it 3 more days just to kind of see where it goes and, if necessary, put some affairs in order.
all right, understood.
And I'm making it 3 for the specific reason. If I say 4 or 5, I'm a chicken out by the end of it. I know myself.
No, come on now. You got all them shoulders on you. I'm making for show.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe they do. I don't know how.
Is a spindly bastard.
Well, you pick enough people up, and them shoulders will grow all on their own.
Yeah. Even when I was swinging a pickaxe for a while, making money on the side, I feel like even the musculature I grew kind of just made my bones heavy. I don't think it even showed up really. Yeah, I don't know how that worked out, but
Consistently. That's kind of how it goes.
oh shit. All right. Well, yeah, we'll call 3 days, and then we will certainly get a hold of you, or you can get a hold of us. Either way, and we'll see how you feel about that, and have it all arranged for you if you would like to do so.
Well, I guess we'll see what happens in those 3 days. Fingers crossed.
Right, I'm not a religious man, but I'm rightly hoping for you, Pat.
I've been praying every day. I'm not really a religious type, but, you know, there's something about this kind of thing where you just find yourself doing it anyway.
Yeah, I get it. Something, atheist in a foxhole, something. Yeah.
Yeah, that whole thing.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's get you. Were you heading back to the apartment?
Yeah, I reckon that's a good place to go.
All right. Because I don't know about you, but I am fucking starving.
You know what? That is not a bad call.
Nothing going on here. All right. Alrighty.
After y'all.
Yeah, you go in between us. You go in the middle there.
That works too. Sorry. I like to
Say
grip
right.
the railing a bit.
As a familiar individual.
Who the huh?
Allegra.
Okay.
Hello.
Hmm. Oh yeah.
How you
Howdy,
doing?
howdy.
I want to grab a couple stews. Who is hungry amongst this crowd currently?
I just ate recently, so I'm
Okay.
alright.
Pat, me, like, are you good?
I wouldn't mind a stew, actually.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Appreciate you.
No problem at all.
Goodness gracious. Oh, sorry, mister. I ain't going deaf now, am I? Nobody saying nothing?
No, we're just standing here.
Oh. You begin to worry after a while, you know?
Mm.
All right. There you go.
Much obliged.
Yes, sir. Cheers. God damn.
Cheers.
And there she goes. Look at Rachel's bolting.
I thought that was a raccoon for a second, just by the speed of it.
I can see the confusion.
Biscuit's grown longer legs.
You never know. That little rascal, I swears.
Cheeky little bastard.
I'm
He
in the.
really is.
I'm in
Oh,
the.
excuse me, sir.
Sir.
Sorry.
All right. Well, all right.
Do you mind?
I'm in the biscuit is a menace. Side of things, frankly.
He is a menace. He's bit my ankles on far too many occasions.
Mm-hmm.
He's also been biting the horse's ankles, getting them all agitated.
Yep. And they kick
Yeah.
the shit out of you.
Little asshole, I swear. Thinks he runs the town.
Then he warns all the animals that you get jobs for on the job board to hide before you go.
Well, it's
Howdy,
either him or the
Harold. Hi,
birds.
Violet.
Oh, Bailey.
Hey, Bailey.
And if that's not what's happening, I don't know how they keep figuring it out.
I don't know either, but it's uncanny, I tell you.
See, that's the thing, we've talked about this, right? If Biscuit technically is like the mayor of Strawberry, right? And then
Sure.
the Cougar is the mayor of Annisburg. It's like two different political entities that, like, one's just blatantly an asshole and everyone just deals with it. And then the other one is like publicly, frontally, like cute, adorable looking. And then as soon as they get you alone, they're like, ah. Yeah.
Well,
I don't like how animals are starting to echo people. This is bothering me. It was hard enough the other way around.
well, yeah.
We might need better political figures in these towns.
Is there such a
Vote.
thing as a better political figure?
You know what? You got me there.
I don't know about you, but I ain't never trusted a politician in my life.
I could probably count on less than a finger. Yeah. Maybe the cats. Maybe the cats as a collective could be the mayor of Strawberry.
Well, in that case, I suppose a half knuckle.
Truly best station.
Hmm.
Oh, shit. Well, that has been a pleasure. I'm glad we got to see you today and give you a look over. And yes, definitely think about that, but don't think about it too hard, alright?
I'll try not to, but
Mhm.
I might slip and fail on occasions.
Mhm. Well, it's nice in theory. Follow through is the hardest part.
Yeah, I
Mm,
suppose you're right. Well, either way, I appreciate y'all's assistance.
no problem.
No problem.
Yeah, well, we're gonna head back over to the medical office. Y'all have a good afternoon if we don't see you. Okay.
Alrighty, you have a good one too.
Mhm. Take
Take
care.
care.
Will do. Thank you again.
No problem.
Also, I'll be sure to visit the shop at some point if it's open.
Mhm.
I waited a moment to see if Allegra would want to talk to us, but I guess not. I also don't know if Allegra had said something to us or asked us anything, because I couldn't quite hear it. If she did, well, then I guess I just messed that up. But I mean, sometimes that's just how RP goes. You can't cover all the bases, no matter how much you would like to. So we had our checkup. I did not expect to have an emotional exchange with the medics as such. Um, yeah, that caught me off guard. Yikes. Hat, boy, why? But yeah, I guess we will see if in 3 days his vision manages to improve enough to not need a deeper examination. But if it does, then I guess he's taking a long trip to try and at least find out why it's messed up in the first place. As Pat would say, damn it. My poor tragic boy. Yeah, damn it. All right. Yep, I need some time to really work that through. In the meantime, let me find somebody to send you on to, and because heck, you'll deserve a little more Wild RP time if you ask me. Oh, hey, I've never gotten to raid them, and they are playing quite a fun and interesting character. So I will send you on to Leah. There we go. She's currently playing Margot. She is part of the whole St. John thing. So why don't you go and say hi? And until next time, please take very good care of yourselves and of the people around you, and I will catch you in the next stream. Bye-bye.